A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant move that underscores the European Union's commitment to digital regulation, the EU has imposed a hefty fine of $140 million on Elon Musk's social media platform, X, formerly known as Twitter. This fine marks the EU's first enforcement action under the Digital Services Act, DSA, which aims to protect internet users from digital abuses. The European Commission announced that X has breached several regulations, including transparency obligations and the misleading use of its blue checkmark feature. The blue checkmark, which is intended to verify user accounts, has been criticized for being available to anyone who can pay for it, thus blurring the lines of authenticity and exposing users to potential scams and manipulation by malicious actors. The decision has sparked a heated debate, particularly in the United States, where critics argue that the EU is unfairly targeting successful American tech companies. Federal Communications Commission Chairman Brendan Carr has voiced his discontent, stating, "Once again, Europe is fining a successful U.S. tech company for being a successful U.S. tech company." Meanwhile, Musk himself has indicated that he plans to legally challenge the EU's sanctions rather than concede to the regulations. The fine comes after a lengthy investigation by the European Commission, which began in July 2024, when preliminary findings revealed that X had failed to meet several transparency mandates, obstructed researchers' access to data, and misled users regarding the verification badge system. The platform serves over 100 million users in the EU, making its compliance with the DSA particularly critical. The EU spokesperson, Thomas Renier, emphasized that the Commission's preference was not to impose fines, but to encourage cooperation with tech companies. He noted that TikTok had managed to avoid penalties by engaging constructively with the Commission, while X's lack of engagement led to the financial repercussions. "If you engage constructively with the Commission, we settle cases. If you do not, we take action," Renier stated during a press conference in Brussels. This confrontation between the EU and Musk's businesses also highlights the growing divide over digital sovereignty. As Europe seeks to establish itself as a global authority on digital regulation, it faces pushback from the Trump administration, which has previously threatened tariffs in response to EU fines against U.S. technology giants. Experts warn that the EU's actions could provoke U.S. retaliation, despite the bloc's reliance on American technology in various sectors. The DSA, enacted in 2022, requires platforms to remove illegal content and adhere to strict transparency and accessibility standards regarding advertising. X has 60 days to respond to the European Commission's concerns and outline a plan to address the issues raised. Failure to comply could result in further penalties, as the EU continues to enforce its digital antitrust rules rigorously. As the situation unfolds, it remains to be seen how Musk and X will respond to these challenges and whether they will adapt their practices to align with European regulations. The outcome could set a precedent for how digital platforms operate within the EU and potentially influence global standards for internet governance. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.